Hey guys, welcome back. Today Hunter came up with the idea of us to talk about school. And so I guess he just means like our own experience with school, like kind of where we are.
I was just going to talk about what we do, just so you know.
Okay, yeah, so get to know me.
I'm a student at App State. I'm a double major in the business administration fields. I'm majoring in banking and finance and accounting to one day be a financial advisor. That's what I want to do. And I did community college, so I already have my associates. And I just started my first semester at App, and then the COVID stuff started, so I'm back home, just working.
You moved down, came right back.
Yeah, so much fun.
Alright, my turn. Okay, well, I got my Bachelor's of Science in Political Science and International Studies from Western Carolina University. And then now I just finished, actually yesterday, my second year of law school, and I am in law school at Penn State. So Penn State Law in State College, Pennsylvania. And so obviously because of times, like I'm home now, so I finished the semester here in North Carolina. But I'm really interested in criminal law and international law as well. But right now I think I will probably go into criminal law in some kind of aspect. So last summer I interned for a DA's office. So I don't really know that I want to be a prosecutor, but I might like work in a prosecutor's office for a couple years and then move into more like criminal defense work, because I think that would be more of what I'd be interested in, is doing criminal defense. So hopefully this summer, maybe I'll have a chance to like work with some other attorneys that do defense instead of prosecution and kind of see what that's like. But that's where I'm looking at as far as my third year of law school and like what I want to do career wise.
Yep.
Okay, why don't we talk about like where do you want to live, or where would you like, so after school, where do you want to work as far as like city?
It doesn't matter to me. I'd like to stay close to home though, so probably Charlotte.
Do you want to stay in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay. I really don't know, because I feel like there's no good jobs in my hometown, or our hometown, I mean, so I wouldn't stay here. If I stayed in North Carolina, I would either work in Charlotte or Raleigh, probably just because of what I would have to do, like the places, they would have like the most jobs available. But I also would be really interested in working in New York, and I'm in Pennsylvania, so maybe, I don't know that I really would want to stay in Pennsylvania, but if I did, I guess I would be more like the Philly side of Pennsylvania, so maybe going east, and that way I would be close to like New York City, Philadelphia as well, so maybe like a suburb of Philly, because I think certain parts of that area are really nice. But yeah, I mean, I'd also really like to just work in New York for a couple years, like until I want a family, fill out city life for a couple of years before I get too old.
Yeah, I don't really want any city life.
Yeah, I think we're opposite in that way. But I think he would enjoy city life, but I guess in the
single, city life would be fun, but
you think?
I wouldn't enjoy it, because what's the point?
But you like shopping and stuff. So
yeah,
you like to go do stuff.
City life to me is like the clubs and stuff and meeting new people, but
I don't mean that. I don't mean that I want to live in city life because of clubs.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to like work in the city because that's obviously where the money's at. That's why the city's there.
Yeah.
But I want to build a house and have a lot of acreage, so I can just do whatever I want. If I want to tear up my yard, I can tear up my yard, or if I want to go outside and shoot a shotgun in the backyard, I can do that. I just want to have a open land and have a garden.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point because I think that's why I want to, or I could see myself living in a city now, like in the next probably in the next 5 years. I wouldn't want to live in a city because I would want to start like start a family, and then I want to build a house too. Like I don't want to just move into a house. I'd like to build my own house as far as like, helping design it and stuff. So I think right out of graduation of law school, I would like to live in a city. Like I said, maybe 2 to 5 years, and then move somewhere where there's more land because I would like, because we grew up with like land and having your own house, and that's just nice because I don't want to live in an apartment forever. So I would agree with that. I would say once I'm older, like when next 5 years, like when I want to start a family, that would be ideal, having more land and your own house.
Yeah, and I feel like having land versus living in the city, like if you're trying to start a family, it's better because you can do whatever you want really, and you're not worried about making too much noise because the neighbor is 5 foot across from you.
Well, there's more room too.
I like having space. I don't like being toe to toe with the next door neighbor. I like having my chunk of land and my privacy. But when I start out, I mean, I'll probably rent a house or an apartment. This is like after graduation of college and when I have a job. Probably just like start out in an apartment or rent a house or buy a cheap house because that would be a good investment. And maybe do like renovations and stuff just so when I'm ready to build my house, I can kind of flip that one and make a little bit of money. Because, I mean, a house is an investment, and why would I want to waste my money on a rent when I could put it toward a house payment because they're about the same price. So, but it would have to be somewhere that has potential growth. So.
Yeah, and that's a good point because I don't want to rent like too long because I think it is a waste of money. I mean, you have to do what you have to do. Like when you're in school and stuff, I understand that. Like I've had 4 years of living in an apartment, so I understand that you have to do that. But in the end, like I think that's why I would only live in a city for 2 to 5 years because I don't want to, I'd like to buy a house or like pay for a house and then have the house until I want to move out and sell it because like you said, it's a big investment. So I think it's smarter to, because I mean it is expensive to own a home because then you have to deal with all the maintenance of it. Like you don't have a maintenance man from your apartment, but at the same time, if you take care of the house, it will increase in value most likely. I mean, depending on the housing market, but most of the time houses and like land, they increase in value. So, if you buy it, it's not like buying a car, like, the price will go up one day and you would be able to sell it and, come out ahead. Whereas when you're renting, like Hunter said, it's like throwing money away. I mean, it's not because you have a place to live and that's what you're paying for, but you're not getting a future kind of benefit from it.
You're not putting it towards anything. It's just kind of at that moment. But I mean, sometimes you have to have rent because, you don't either have the liquid cash to put down on a house payment or you're just like a college student and it would be a good idea if you're a college student, if you've got the money to buy a house, because then you're just paying the house payment, and when you graduate you still have a house and you can rent it and it pays the house payment, and then eventually it's paid off and you're just making profit. But a lot of upkeep and stuff like that, so rent's usually just the better option because you're not going to be there for forever. But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for today's video episode because we're already at about 10 minutes, I think. So sorry, I'm trying to look at the laptop recording.
Yeah, so we're recording like the audio for the actual podcast today, and then of course we're gonna, like we said, we're gonna put a little short clip.
And it's on her to get that podcast uploaded and to create the account, so when I edit this video tomorrow and have it posted tomorrow, she has to have her stuff together so I can
and I'm working on that, but too, like researching about podcasts, like it's gonna take a bit for it to
But she'll
to be
stay up
available
tonight and get it done.
to be available on a platform. No, I'm just saying, like, they go through a vetting process where they're gonna,
Yeah.
like, they have to approve you and stuff. So I need to look into all that. Like I said, that's my project, so I will look into that, and Hunter can let you know in the description. But yeah, so I think we're done for the video. Stay tuned on our podcast because we'll continue the conversation in H&H Podcasts. And again, we'll have details below where you can find that and access
it'll
that.
be linked in the video and everything, so
Yeah, exactly.
you have the ease.
All right, so video viewers, we will see you later.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and comment any ideas below that you have for this channel, because we're open to all ideas.
Yeah.
And if you possibly want to be featured because you have a special magic trick, or you have your brand, or anything you want to feature, really hit us up, because we're open to anything.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
We would love to have a new face on the channel, so
Yeah, and we're pretty good. We're pretty good about once we have something like a topic or something, we're pretty good about like the conversation flowing.
Yeah.
We just need more ideas. So
yeah, just keep the ideas, and any like criticism, anything you can see that can be fixed
as long
or
as it's
improved.
not too mean.
Well, like constructive criticism.
Yeah, something that can be fixed.
Just let us know if sound's bad or lighting's bad or something. Let us know so we can get it fixed, or maybe you want to see a different camera angle or multiple camera angles. We can work that out. But just let us know. Shoot us some ideas if you're watching, and don't be scared to like
and subscribe.
Thanks.
Bye.